much pleasure in announcing in the category, the Jewish Report for Art, Sport, Science and Culture Award, the winner is Professor Valerie Mizrachi.
Professor Valerie Mizrahi was born and raised in Harare. She later moved to UCT, where she did a BSc degree in chemistry and maths before obtaining her PhD in chemistry in 1983. She worked in the US for several years before returning to South Africa in 1989 to establish a research unit at the South African Institute for Medical Research and Wits University, where she remained until 2010. During her 20 years at Wits and the National Health Laboratory Service in Johannesburg, she built a world-class program in TB research. In 2011, Valerie moved to UCT as director of the Institute of Infectious Disease and Molecular Medicine, a major postgraduate research institute where world-class scientists work together to tackle the major diseases in Africa.
Valerie Mizrahi has studied numerous aspects of tuberculosis biology. She's focused significantly on understanding mechanisms of how drug-resistant strains emerge.
In 2007, Valerie received the Order of the Mapungubwe, Silver, from the South African President in recognition of her contributions to biochemistry, molecular biology and tuberculosis research in this country. Her other major awards include the 2000 UNESCO L'Oreal for Women in Science Award, Africa and Middle East region.
I think one of her greatest contributions to the TB field and to science in general is this huge body of highly trained, excellent individuals that she has invested in developing for the science system. In this, she's a true gift to humanity and continues to provide the ideal environment for people to train, for people to develop, and for people to come to grow into full researchers to make impact in South Africa.
In 2009, Valerie was awarded an A rating from the National Research Foundation of South Africa, having been recognized by her peers as a world leader in her field. She's published more than 110 papers and book chapters. Professor Mizrahi currently serves on the scientific advisory boards of KRIF, the Global Alliance for TB Drug Development in New York, and Innovative New Medicines for Tuberculosis in Lausanne, and on the Discovery Expert Group of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. One of Valerie's most significant accolades is that she was an international research scholar of the Howard Hughes Medical Institute from 2000 to 2010, and was subsequently selected as a senior international research scholar of the HHMI from 2012 to 2017. Valerie Mizrahi is the deserved winner of the Jewish Report Art, Sport, Science and Culture Award 2014.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Goldstein, distinguished guests, the organizers, the sponsors of this meeting and this wonderful evening, and Howard Sackstein in particular. To be honored in this way by one's own community is something very special to me. You are my people. I'm very proudly Jewish, and this is just an extraordinary honor for me. Thank you. I want to start by acknowledging my institutions. I am a product of the South African science and education system. I was privileged to work at two great South African universities, Wits for 20 years, and now I'm at UCT. And through all that time, I was supported by the National Health Laboratory Service. And without them, I would not have been able to apply my thinking and my ideas to tackling the defining health problem of our time, which is tuberculosis and its association with HIV. I want to thank the funders, particularly the South African government that has invested in me and the people that I have trained over the years, and particularly to emphasize the theme that has come through this evening. These awards are not for people, individual people. They're for groups of people. They're for communities. In my case, it is the people that I have worked with, my collaborators, but particularly my students. I've trained in South Africa and across Africa 50 PhD, masters, and postdoctoral fellows. They are my family. One of them was up on the screen, one of my most distinguished former trainees, and it's wonderful when you see your people doing better than you are. So to thank those individuals, the funders, and my institutions who made me a scientist, but tonight is really about my family. My parents are here, Morris and Etty Mizrahi. Ladies and gentlemen, they've just celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. And that's a huge achievement, and they're sitting next to their dear friends, Bertie and Hillary, who will be celebrating their 60th very soon. Bertie and Hillary Lubner, thank you for having our family at your table tonight. And I'm here with my sister, Lynette Melman, and Jeff Melman, my brother-in-law. Thank you so much for being here. But the two most important people in my life are not here tonight, and those are my daughters. Mom and Dad, you taught me how to be a parent more than anything. You taught me about love. You taught me about unconditional acceptance. You know, when your kids want to do things that are not necessarily in line with what you want them to do, it takes, I think, a certain measure of distance, but enormous love to let them go. And I've tried to do that with my two girls. I know they're thinking of me. They're both UCT students in Cape Town. They're thinking of me tonight. I wish they were here. I'm just so proud of them. They've grown into wonderful women. And then, Howard, you should realize that putting a person like me up here, I spend my life raising money, right? And I'm sitting here in front of the captains of South African Jewish industry. All I can say to you is I'm sitting at table number 3. If any of you would like to get my business card and come and visit our institute at UCT, I'm running an extraordinary institute with extraordinary people. We are tackling the diseases of Africa in Africa, and we're doing it as Africans. And I'm really proud to be up here tonight. Thank you very much.